it would be very difficult for us to go about life, go about conversations, dialogue to other people without making any generalizations at all. I mean, sure, we can be very, very specific, like, I am happy, or some kind of very specific statements, but we say something like, I like cell phones. Right? Why do you like cell phones? Because they send texts and calls. Oh, you're generalizing the cell phones. How dare you? Not all cell phones make texts and calls. Some of them might just be aesthetic. Some of them might be broken. So pretty much anything that we say, except for sometimes when it's very, very, very specific, we can find loopholes. And you say you're missing that out, because automatically when you say something, just by naturally, you're missing something out. Now, if you wondered what a world would look like where people didn't make any generalizations, or they tried not to, the closest thing I could see would be academics. They try very hard to use the proper formal language. Try very hard to be so particular and politically correct and concise with their language, the way they express their thoughts. And yeah, funnily enough, the softer social sciences, I think they'd all be out of business if they were made to stop making generalizations. And so there's just so many things. It's just a really bankrupt thing to say. Or you're making a generalization. Generalizations are very important for us. Okay, we need them. What's important is whether a generalization is well founded or not, or whether it's true or not, or even how relevant it is. For example, people say, oh, black people in America, they like watermelon. They fucking love watermelon. Well, so what? Who doesn't like watermelon? Everybody fucking loves watermelon. It's great. It's irrelevant. Or another factor could be how functional it is. For example, if we say the sky is blue, well, maybe there's a sunset and it turns orange, or there's a northern lights and it turns all sort of rainbow fucking colors. You say, look, the sky is not blue all the time. Okay, but it's a pretty functional generalization to say the sky is blue. 99% of the time you look out, it's daytime, it's sunny, it's blue. Except for, okay, there's clouds here, it's grey. But we're talking about the sky itself, it's blue. So we just, unless you're going to be some Asperger's nitpicky motherfucker, we just have to make generalizations. And the thing is, this is not even the arguments that are coming from people like the Manginas, the White Knights, the feminists towards MGTOW, traditionalists as well. Because everybody, they know that saying shit like that is dumb, okay? They know that we need to make generalizations. And they make generalizations in their everyday conversation, in their work, in their life. These are just things that are taken for granted. For some reason though, when it comes to, guys, MGTOWs, the things that we're saying specifically, we're not allowed to generalize. Sure, you could say the sky is blue, but that has nothing to do with my feelings. So as soon as you start talking about something that affects my life, or my feelings, my lifestyle, well, you're simply not allowed to do that because you're a misogynist. Let's take a look at some fairly functional generalizations that a lot of MGTOW manosphere men make, that other people often have problems with and accuse people of generalization. First off, not all the women are like that. Well, let's say that not all women are like that. It's easy enough and fair enough to say that the majority of women are like that, and therefore, if there are any exceptions, they prove the rule. Therefore, the generalization on the whole is valid. Generalization doesn't mean absolution, doesn't mean 100% necessarily. It means the majority. Divorce initiations, 70% to 90%, I should say. The majority of the time, women initiate divorce. This is the overwhelming majority. Generally, you can say that women do initiate divorce, and this is relevant to men, whether or not they're going to get married, whether or not it's a good decision. 90 to 95% of people paying child support are men, because 80% of the time plus women are getting the custody, and most of the time men are making the majority of the money. You might say, well, the legal system neither favors child support for men or women. It's simply about who gets custody and who gets the most income, but men generally make more income, and women generally get custody. So therefore it's like that. And this is generally the case. This is a very functional generalization. Harold Hamm holds the case for the largest divorce settlement in history, $975 million. For a woman paying out, it's Madonna, $76 million. So overwhelmingly, generally in divorce, even just based off settlement, it's over 10 times higher, the highest figure. And this is true on average as well. So generally, men, they have more to lose in divorce than women. This is, again, a relevant thing to consider, this generalization. Functional generalizations. Not all women are feminists. Well, I think it's fair to say that most women identify with the label feminist. But even then, even though that's a valid generalization, most women, I'd say 90% plus in Western countries, they agree with feminist policies. For example, and ideologies, voting for women, female suffrage, the myth of isolated singular female oppression, or no such thing as male oppression, the gender wage gap, which is a myth. Many women believe that. Of course, it's convenient. So the feminists want their cake and eat it too, but in a different way, regular women want their cake and eat it too as well. They want the benefits that feminism brings to women without having the taboo of identifying with the label feminist. So yes, most women are feminists, and that is a fair generalization to make. So in conclusion, I think this accusation is just bogus because no one really believes it. No one believes that we should do away with generalizations completely. I mean, even maybe the SJW type, the crazy ones, think so. But even then, I guarantee you they're using generalizations in some functional way in their life. They just want to get rid of it in certain cases, very particular cases, which trigger them, like racism or categorizing different ethnicities or genders, cisgenders, transgenders, and all that sort of stuff. But we need to have generalizations just to get shit done in life, don't we? And if it's true, then what's the problem?